just want to be happy. Don't you want to be happy? Like, happy is not about money or awards or recognition. It's about just knowing yourself.
Alright, so right here I'm just showing y'all basically what I use, like the little tools that I used. Just moving the cord out the way. For some reason the cord just wanna do what it wanna do, but yeah. Opening it up so I can get ready to take the screws out and whatnot. And basically now, like if you don't know what size you need, just kind of, measure it up and pick which one. I picked that one, so yeah. If you don't know how to use it, basically you gotta add an attachment to use it. Yep. Start with that piece. You gotta unscrew it because the bigger back of it, basically you gotta unscrew that little piece first to get that off. And basically, I know you all can tell by the title what we're doing. Basically, getting the lint, dust, or whatever, hair, whatever, out of the back of the dryer so that the dryer can vent properly, so it won't catch fire, and so that your clothes can properly dry. Just took the hose off. Like I said, I took all the screws off, sitting that to the side. Now, actually, so now I'm just showing you where a lot of dust and stuff can kind of build up. You just want to kind of get that off. It don't have to be perfect at the end of the day because, dust is going to get on it. But now, we have to take that right there to the left, that big little silver part or whatever. Have to take that off. So you have to unscrew the 2 screws right by the dry vent in order to pull that off. But you also have to unscrew screws that's on the big silver part thing too. So a lot of screws, just make sure you're keeping up with them. And as you can see, I didn't realize that I needed screws or whatever. Screws took out or whatever, so I'm about to do that now. And while you're taking all of these things apart or whatever, like I said, making sure you put the screws up and whatnot. Also, kind of remember how you took it apart, because putting it back on is gonna be a little tricky. Although it's not that many parts or whatever that I'm taking off, it's just a little tricky, like fitting it in. Now I used a little kitchen thing or whatever, because actually I needed some gloves, because if you're gonna do this, you're gonna kind of see that some of the parts on the outer edges of it or whatever, it's a little bit sharp. So you want to kind of be careful, take your time. It's not really a job for somebody who don't have patience. So I'm just kind of vacuuming off all the little excess lint and whatnot. Just gonna be careful too. You got wires and all that type of stuff or whatever. Don't touch that stuff at all. It's not necessarily like something that you need to mess with. Yep. Right now I'm just kind of raving about like how that was ridiculous. How like all of that lint and hair and just were just stuck in there. It low-key make my flesh crawl, but yeah. And so my clothes wasn't drying. Like I said, I moved in. It's only been like a couple of days trying to use the dryer, and my clothes wasn't drying. Lint was like just stuck to my clothes. I had to use a lint roller to try to get it off, and my clothes kept trying to get like trying to stay damp. Had to hang up clothes, just crazy stuff. So now okay, now I'm just vacuuming out the several little holes thing. I said it don't have to be perfect in there, but just get as much out, so that it won't be like all stuck in it or whatever. Right now I'm just being silly. All right, now I'm putting it back on. So like I said, take your time with it. Some of the stuff you're gonna have to kind of shimmy it on, if you will. Yeah, sometimes it don't want to just go like right in or whatever, because if you notice when you're taking it off, you gotta kind of pull it off. You gotta kind of, I don't know, just kind of pull it off like kind of hard or whatever. But it all goes back in properly or whatever. Just get it all back in place, screw it in. Yep, just kind of showing you the tool or whatever. Basically, when I undid the tool, it was already equipped to unscrew things off, but it's gonna be like a little black piece, like you can kind of slide up to where you need to, screw the screws back on, so the little uh, head part on the screw thing won't keep moving or whatever. You'll kind of know if you have that tool. Kind of hard to explain. So now I'm just vacuuming it off that thingy. Like I said, it don't have to be perfect. Dust and stuff is gonna get on it. Like that's where it goes, but just gonna do it a little bit. Actually, it took me a cool little while to kind of put that back on there. That's why I'm all the way, on the ground and everything. And as y'all can see, I have my bonnet on. Yeah, this is not something that you want your hair all out and getting dusty in there way. Because, like I say, when I was done with this, like I pretty much had dust everywhere. So I'm finally getting it screwed back on. All right, now I'm just kind of moving it back, and now I'm about to put the silver thing back on. To put the silver thing back on, you're gonna have to like clamp, like use your hand to just like clamp it open, slide it on, and let it go. And that's pretty much it. Just kind of see if it's on there tight enough. Slide it on back, plug it up, see if it worked. Mine ended up working like a champ. If y'all like this video, like, comment, subscribe.